Dad died last night. The funeral is on Friday. He left everything to me. You get nothing. My sister, Leela, said it so calmly, like the story was already finished and she was the winner. No anger, no hesitation, just quiet confidence. I didn't argue. I didn't even react. I just looked at the man standing beside me, my father, alive. Leela kept talking, almost excited now. She said she was already planning changes to the house. New paint, new furniture, maybe even tearing down the old study. The same house she claimed was now hers. I slowly muted the phone. Dad had heard everything. He didn't look angry. That was the strange part. No shouting, no shock, just a deep, quiet disappointment in his eyes. After a few seconds, he sighed and said softly, "She just told you who she really is." Those words stayed in the room. Then I unmuted the call. Before I could say anything, Dad stepped forward and spoke. "Leela." There was silence on the other end, then a small broken breath, the kind that comes when confidence turns into fear. Her voice came back, but it wasn't steady anymore. "See, Dad?" Dad didn't raise his voice. He didn't need to. The truth was already enough. The line went dead. No goodbye, no explanation, just silence. After Mom passed, things had changed. Leela slowly took control of everything. During Dad's surgery recovery, she convinced him to sign papers power of attorney. At the time, it seemed harmless, necessary even. But 2 months ago, Dad came to me quietly, carefully. That's when he told me everything. And together with a lawyer, we made a plan. We didn't just prepare for the truth, we created it. And that's when the real plan began.
Within 24 hours, she made her move. Leela did not wait. She called the financial advisor, then the lawyer, then the real estate office. She spoke like a craving daughter came and controlled, telling everyone that had passed and she was now handling everything. By the end of the day, she was already moving money, starting wire transfer and listing properties for sale. She even produced a final will that gave her full control of the estate. But the real will, it was sitting in my drawer, signed, notarized, and locked in. It named a trust under my name, clean, legal, untouchable. Leela thought she was ahead. She was not. Then she made the mistake that triggered everything. She filed for a tax exception using that social security number, claiming the head died. That's when the system flagged it because dad was still alive. 2 days later, there was a knock on the door. IRS agent. They did not waste time. They asked simple question. I gave simple answer. Then I handed then everything, the real will, the fake death certificate Leila had failed, and the recorded phone call where she claimed it all. And then the final piece, a video, dad sitting calmly looking straight into the camera, alive, clear, in control. I never approved any new will, he said, and I am fully capable of managing my own affairs. The agent watched the video, then looked at me and nodded. This will be fast, and it was. Accounts were frozen almost immediately. Transactions stopped mid process. Even Leila own lawyers back out, setting client deception. That same night, my phone rang. Blocked number. I already knew it was her. Her voice was different now. No confidence, no control, just panic. She tried to explain, then tried to negotiate, said we could fix it quietly. I let her talk, then I said one thing. You mistook silence for weakness. She did not reply. The line went quiet again, and this time it stayed that way. The court date was set within a week. Dad walked into the courtroom alive, gray hair, calm face, suit perfectly pressed. His eyes were safe already. The moment he stepped inside, the entire room reacted. People gasped. Even the judge paused for a second, adjusting his glasses, like he needed to be sure of what he was seeing. Mr. Brooks, the judge said carefully, and you confirming under oath that you are indeed it. The man your daughter tried to arrest for a check. Dad did not hesitate. Yes, that's me. I glanced at Layla. She would not even look at him. One by one, the evidence was presented. The video of Dad alive, The forget, well, she tried to pass a real, the fake death certificate, filled without any medical proof. The money she had already started moving. It did not take long. The judge made his decision quickly. The fake will was thrown out. All illicit were returned. Every cost, legal financial, was placed on Leila. And then came the final blow, a clause, permanent disinheritance. That leaned slightly toward me, a whisper. Now there's an opportunity. She all remembered. But it did not end there. Mom had planned for this. Years ago, she added a contingency clause. If either child tried to take control through dishonesty, they would lose everything. Layla was not just removed, she was erased from his estate. The scholarship fund, the vacation home, even the family burial plot. Not out of anger, out of consequence. A month later, she was gone. No calls, no message, no apology. I did not need one. That's Thanksgiving. It was just me and Dad, quite peaceful. Mom photo hang above the sink, watching over us like always. Dad handed me an envelope. Inside was the deed to the cabin. I smiled a little and said, she always told me it was my kingdom. And in that moment, I understood something clearly. Layla tried to steal a legacy. What she lost was a family, and what I gained was everything she never understood.